to be there from the beginning really meant that there could be a lot more give and take between what music can do and what animation can do and what those things can do together. It just feels much more integrated than any other animated project I've ever been a part of.
Disney's newest animated film, Encanto, tells the story of an extraordinary family who live hidden in the mountains of Colombia in an enchanted place.
In time, every member of our family,
Cecilia, up top!
was given their own magical gift.
Lin-Manuel Miranda, who co-wrote the film and wrote original songs for the movie, as well as Encanto's stars Stephanie Beatriz and Diane Guerrero, spoke to The Hollywood Reporter all about creating the project. The stars opened up about what it was like working with Miranda while recording the music.
At the same time, he is like your biggest cheerleader ever, and he's also the artist that will challenge you to push yourself to places that you were not aware that you could go. I think that that's what the best collaborators and artists do, is like they look at your work and they go, yes, also, yes, and they kind of push you to the edge of what you think is possible. I don't know. How did you feel, Diane? I mean,
we had a running joke that I would miss the bus every time, my cue would come in, and I would, the music would come on and I'd be like, and he's like, that's you, you missed the bus again. And so, but that was like, that was a beautiful moment, because like having that kind of humor was so disarming.
There was a lot of missing the bus because of Zoom delays. Like it wasn't Diane's fault. It was that like there's a 10-second delay between the music starting and her hearing it. So, making movies in a pandemic is not easy.
Even in our darkest moments, there's light where you least expect it.
Miranda, who was involved with the project from its inception, recalled the research trips he took to Colombia while writing 8 original songs for the film, calling them a joy.
We went to Cartagena, we went to Bogota, we went to Palenque, we went to the mountains of Barichara, and just listened to musicians everywhere. And anytime we leaned into the specificities, something would unlock.
A lot of stairs, but at least I'll have a friend. Nope, you flew away immediately.
Quitter! He also spoke about tapping Colombian artists Carlos Vives and Sebastian Yatra to perform on the soundtrack.
They came in once I had songs for them to sing. It's interesting. There was, we had a really funny moment, I guess at the end of last year, when D23 kind of does their preview of what's coming up, right? And they just showed La Casa Madrigal, they showed the beautiful house, and you just hear, Colombia, yay! And I kind of raised my hand and was like, guys, we don't actually name check Colombia in any of the songs yet. So can I just we need to do that. And so I honestly did my best Carlos Vives impression in writing the song Colombia Mi Encanto. I listened to a ton of his vallenatos and sort of wrote my version of what one of those would sound like. And so then to bring it full circle and have him record it with his band and his musicians sort of brings it to another level of authenticity. And of course, that's the song that's playing when you go into the party at the Madrigal house. And then, I wrote Dos Oruguitas, and again, that was really inspired by the animation that they were already creating. That's what I mean about that give and take. They had created this beautiful visual metaphor of the candle flame that turns into the butterfly, and the butterfly creates the miracle. And I kind of leapt on that nature metaphor to write Dos Oruguitas of like, the entire family is holding on too tight, and they have to become their next version of themselves. And so I wanted to write kind of like a folk song that feels like it's always existed. And then Sebastian's vocals are so tender and heartbreaking that he brings it to a whole other level.
Encanto sings its way into theaters on November 24th. For The Hollywood Reporter News, I'm Tiffany Taylor.